Hi everyone, Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and since the introduction of iOS 26, it brought some updates to notes and reminders. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what's new in them. Now, if I go into notes here, the first thing you can see is the searches at the bottom, and there is a liquid glass sort of update. You have to get real close as it's a little darker, whereas in Apple Music, the liquid glass is super light. You can see I can drag over libraries, radio, and home, but in some apps, it is darker. But if I go into a note that I created here, like one talking about iOS 26, the sort of select text button is done in liquid glass. That is a really nice change in iOS 26. And if I go to my share sheet, you now also have export as markdown. And if you tap on that, it will save to your files, or it will show up as a file, and then you can save it to your file. You can use it as a ringtone, although I'm not sure why that's there, as you physically cannot use that as a ringtone as there is no sound. But that's another feature in iOS 26, and I tried it out with some of my voice memo recordings, and it doesn't seem to be working properly. But you can have custom ringtones on iPhones. But you can also mark this down as, or export as a markdown as one of the new features in iOS 26. There really isn't a whole lot in notes, but in reminders, you do have some updates. I believe the new list option might be new. You can change the color of it. And if I write a test, you can see it writes it in blue or the matching color that you have it. And that is really nice in iOS 26. And also, you can create a reminder, kind of like the Type to Siri feature that Apple removed in iOS 18.3. It was in iOS 18.2 when I mentioned it in my video last year in December, but then they removed it about a month later. Not sure why. They brought it to older iPhones, but now you can write a reminder right from your keyboard. I think that is a really great feature in iOS 26. And also, you can have your reminders. Shortcuts now has access to your reminders. So you can open different reminders from shortcuts. If I go to it here, I have two reminders, a random grocery list that I made, and also I have a reminder that I created for the iPhone 12. And I may have a video I may do on the iPhone 12 a little bit later as well. But here's a video for iOS 26. I have a reminder for that. So you now have shortcuts integration with reminders as well. As far as what other features are in it, well, those are pretty much the new features in notes and reminders. If there is any features I missed, leave a comment on this video. And to show you, I am running iOS 26. I'm running the latest developer beta, the build number of 23A5336A. That's the build number that I'm running, which is beta 9 of iOS 26. I'm Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, as I currently have 323 subscribers. So if you like the content that you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.